You guys, welcome back to part 2 of my series. This is my story. I do want to start off, this is 18 and older, guys. If you are not 18, please keep scrolling. It is going to be raw. There's going to be a lot of trigger warnings. So please, guys, if you're not 18, please keep scrolling. So once the nurse discovered the welts all over my body, she asked me, what is going on and what are those belts all over your body? And then as she looks up, she sees on my arms that there's welts on my arms as well. And me as a kid, not knowing better, I spoke the truth and I told her that if I didn't have dinner made and the house clean by the time my father got home, I would get beat with a belt. So I could understand that that's what's supposed to be done before he gets home from work every single day. Well, it's very hard for me I did explain that to her, and she said, this is not normal, this is not okay. I do have to write this, I do have to call CPS right away. I do have to write this down. We do have to make a report. Guys, I was so scared, guys. I was so scared because I knew once I get home and he had found out, I had told the nurse what is going on in the house, that he was gonna beat me even worse. And I don't even think it could get any worse, but I thought it was gonna get worse. So once we got home, put everything on paper. She took pictures. She did everything she could as a nurse. And she excused me back to class. She did put ointment all over my welts. I had welts all over my legs and on my arms. I had one on this side of my cheek. I do have scarring on my cheek from it. That's why I have makeup on. I do have scarring on my cheek from it as well. I'll live with that for the rest of my life. I have scarring all over my legs. Like I said, I have to live with that for the rest of my life. But I learned to live with it. So let's get back on topic. So we went to school like normal. When we went home, I got the kids. So I made sure the kids got all their uniforms. They knew better because they knew my routine. And still to this day, I'm strict with my routine. Us being kids, I taught them that when you're done with your school clothes, only uniforms, not your regular clothes, the little bit that we had. Honestly, guys, to be honest, we only had maybe 2 or 3 pairs of clothes. So most of the time you would see us in our uniforms playing. But when it was time to wash, I would have them put on whatever we had as hand-me-downs. I'm not sure if you guys know what hand-me-down means. Hand-me-down means it's clothes that other people worn forever and they no longer want to wear them no more because they wore them for so long. They got new clothes, so they don't want to wear those clothes anymore. That's what called hand-me-down is. So that's what we had as new clothes, was hand-me-downs. So when it was time for me to wash their clothes in a bathtub, I would put hand-me-down clothes on them. But back on topic to where I remember how I said in part 1, she took pictures of me having welts all over my body, and I told her that I was getting beat from my father, and my father was on stuff he was not supposed to be on, that didn't have him in the right state of mind. So with that being said, she had sent CPS to our house that Friday. But CPS came with the cops to pull every single one of us out of that small apartment. When they saw the living conditions we were living under, They were baffled, you guys. They, not like laughing, but they were just in shock because we had so many friends in that apartment complex that I never knew what was going on behind closed doors. And it was sad for them to see us go. It was sad for them to see us have CPS come with the cops to our door. So my dad came to the door and opened the door and saw that CPS and the cops were there to take each and every one of us. And my dad yelled, pleaded, and screamed and said, no, you guys over my dead body would not be taking my kids in any way, shape, or form from me. You guys will have to, before you take my kids away. So, CPS and the cops didn't end up taking us that day. They just left us with our father that day. On a Monday, we had went to school, all of us, like a normal day. Of course, I still had the welts. The welts stay on you for a good 2 to 3 weeks. Well, mine did because I heal very, very slowly, guys. Because I do have, when you're low on iron, so I bruise very fast and heals very slow. So I am anemic. When we all went to school that day, the school principal came and let all of us, 12 of us, know that we will not be taking the school bus home today because my dad they lied to us. They said my dad had bought a bigger house so all of us could have our own room, our own bed to sleep on, because we were, keep in mind, guys, if you guys didn't see series 1, you guys would be confused if you're only watching series 2. Series 1, you would have to go back to watch it because it won't make no sense if you guys are just watching series 2. But we were sleeping on a floor with a sheet with no pillow. That's why I'm so used to sleeping without a pillow still to this day. Back to the story. So as we're waiting, we're looking for, of course, my dad's car to come pick us up. Well, my dad's car never comes pick us up. So we see a lady in a van that comes, because everybody's gone by now. All the students are gone. They went on the school bus. They went home. Everybody's gone by now. So the lady comes in and she says, hi, I'm so-and-so social worker. I'm here to pick up Ari and I'm here to pick up her sister to take them to the group home they're assigned to. And me and my sister looked at each other and keep in mind, guys, we didn't have family to go to, like, to come pick us up, to say, hey, we can go to a family member, maybe they can take care of us. We didn't know no better. We didn't know who to call to take care of us, to take us in. We didn't know any of that, guys. We knew that we were going to go to a group home. Like I said, my mother and my father weren't in our lives for their own reasons. That's their story to tell. So we didn't have anybody to take us in but a group home. So my sister went in the restroom and locked herself in there for 3 hours because she was so scared to go to a group home. But I had to calm her down. Me being the oldest, I had to calm her down and let her know it's going to be okay. We're not going to get beat anymore. We're going to have food. We're going to have good clothes. We're going to have a better life. We're going to get to go to school with new uniforms. And we just were so excited to go to a group home because not only that we're going to a group home, we're going to have like food to eat, and we're not going to have to worry. I'm not going to have to worry about washing in a bathtub every day and cooking and cleaning for 12 kids. And I was just excited to go to a group home so I wouldn't have to, so I could be a kid, you know. I was just so excited to be a kid. So I finally got my sister out of the restroom and we got in the van. And CPS took us and put us inside the same group home. Thank you, Jesus. That's all we asked from CPS, was to put us inside the same group home. So they did end up putting us inside the same group home. We were in the group home, I want to say, for about, keep in mind, as I'm telling this story, we're getting older and older, right? So we are about, I want to say, maybe 10 or 11 here. 10 or 11. So we were in the same group home. They started realizing that me and my sister were becoming very, very, very codependent on one another, which we were. We were for sure codependent. We couldn't do anything without one another. We were peanut butter and jelly. So they wanted to separate us, and my sister told them specifically, if you decide to separate us, it's not going to be a good scene. You guys will have to drag me away from my sister, and I will keep coming back every single day until you guys put us either with a family member together or you guys keep us together, but you guys will not separate us. And she was firm when she said that. I am going to close this second part out, you guys. I am going to close this out by saying thank you guys very much. God loves you guys with all his heart. You guys would not be here today if it wasn't for him. And if you guys can find it in your heart to please like, share, subscribe, and leave a positive comment if you find it in your heart too. And thank you once again for tuning in. I hope you guys like the series / story time. I hope you guys get to tune in to part 3. I am doing part 3 after this video, so that's why you guys will see me in the same outfit. It's not a different day, guys. It's the same day. I'm doing this all in one shot. That way I have it in my memory. I thought about this, guys, for months, you guys, to bring it all back into refresh my memory. So now that it's refreshed, I'm gonna let it out. That way I could be relieved from my childhood and let it go and let God. With that being said, I love you guys with all my heart, and thank you guys for continuing to support me and my wife. And we will see you on I will see you on part 3 of this series. You guys have a wonderful day and stay blessed. Bye.